Tuberculosis, or TB, has always existed in our world. By far, the most effective way of protecting Americans from TB is through our public health system, by ensuring that we have the resources needed to treat and prevent the disease. In the United States, more than 80% of tuberculosis cases are the result of reactivated latent TB infection. In fact, a recent Washington Post article points out the need for more funding and programs to identify, treat, and prevent the spread of TB in the U.S. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, every state in the U.S. has seen new cases of TB since 2011. Including occurrence of a new, complicated, extremely drug-resistant strain. If not treated properly, TB can be fatal. So, in challenging economic times with limited resources, how can public health departments cost-effectively prevent and control TB? What's new on the horizon? And how are faculty researchers, students, and alumni from the UNT Health Science Center School of Public Health finding solutions for a healthier community?
There's a belief that we don't have tuberculosis in the United States, but in fact we do. This project is specifically related to tuberculosis screenings in the United States. Now, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has said that our strategy to eliminating tuberculosis is by targeting latent tuberculosis. Latent tuberculosis means that you are not infectious, you're not contagious, you are asymptomatic. Your immune system is keeping the tuberculosis in check. Once tuberculosis becomes active, then not only is it more difficult to treat, obviously, although it's very treatable, but there also will be some health loss after you've had tuberculosis. In addition, it's much more expensive to treat. So there's a lot of reasons that we want to catch TB while it is latent before it becomes active. Most importantly, of course, is because of the threat it poses to public health once tuberculosis has become active. We do targeted screenings of populations that are at high risk for tuberculosis. For instance, the homeless population, because of the congregate living in the shelters, is at increased risk for having been exposed to tuberculosis. In those cases, the tuberculosis division at the local health department will have screening days for those individuals to come and be screened so they can enter the shelters. Similarly, when we have refugees come into the United States, there's a resettlement process. Part of that is medical. They will report to the local county health department, and TB screening, diagnosis, and if needed treatment will be part of that process for those individuals coming from another country into the United States. That is, if they're from a country that has a high or medium risk for tuberculosis. So those are some of the instances where we will have screenings for populations from specific groups that are at risk for tuberculosis. This website was created with the busy clinician in mind, specifically the busy clinician who works in tuberculosis control at a local health department. This website was funded by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and was created in response to that need. This was the vision of CDC, that this website could be readily used by a person working in TB control to get the information they need immediately. So all the clinician in TB control has to do is type in 3 very simple inputs. They put in the number of individuals to be screened, they select the population to be screened, and they select the treatment regimen most typically prescribed to somebody who would test positive for latent tuberculosis. The information provided in that website can be used for 2 different purposes. It could be used by the TB controller to inform their approach to TB control for their latent tuberculosis screenings within their own clinic. It can also be used to help that TB controller advocate to their county board, to their state, to their funding organizations for funding to support the infrastructure they need for their tuberculosis control program. I'm very fortunate to get to work with wonderful teams of students on several projects. Specifically on the website project, what students learned was the importance of accurate data, how to critically evaluate the literature to find articles that have trustworthy information and trustworthy data. It was imperative that in this website we based our equations on valid, accurate, and recent numbers. Now that we have a website and have beta tested it with our end user, we will send out the revised website for pilot testing with tuberculosis controllers at state and local levels across the United States. Once we get that final round of feedback, we will then make those changes and we will roll out the website for public use.
This project is aimed at giving public health workers the information they need to make decisions that protect communities from TB. Protecting our world from TB is a critical concern for public health researchers and professionals. At UNT Health Science Center, we work on solutions for a healthier community. This project is just one example of our commitment.